This is why 2020 was one of the best years ever for me. Now, before this video begins, I want to say that this is my perspective, and yes, 2020 was a total disaster, and I'm really sorry for the ones who had to say goodbye to beloved ones. Trust me, it happened to me too. In this video, I'll talk about 3 different topics. Number 1 is going to be YouTube, number 2 is my future, and number 3 is just what happened during my life in 2020. I'm going to put the timestamps in the description of this video so you guys can skip to whatever topic you want. And by the way guys, subscribe to LT Horse, WebDev and Codic. They are the guys in the gameplay. Links will be down below. So, YouTube. Yeah, where to start? So I got introduced to YouTube through video games, like most people I suppose. I quickly realized that YouTube was something that I want to do for a living and not just as a hobby. I want to do what makes me happy, and that is providing you guys with entertaining videos, live streams, and I hope that I can do that for you for a long time. And when 2020 started, I wanted to go full time in on that YouTube ID, and it paid off so far. I mean, from January until the end of October, I only have gained 135 subscribers. Now, 1 month later, I have 1.6k subscribers, which is something that I could only dream of. My goal was to hit 150 subscribers before the end of 2020. My goal right now is to hit 2,000 subscribers. And this is just so crazy. And I did something that most people are afraid of, I guess, and it's doing something without knowing what the future holds. So when I got 100 subscribers, I wanted to quit school and just pursue YouTube, and that's what I did. YouTube is something that needs 100% of your focus, concentration and discipline, and you're not gonna make it if you don't make sacrifices. So I sacrificed my school, and yes, I lost my friends at school, I lost connections, but at least I can focus on YouTube, I can focus on making videos and doing live streams. And I know, I'm aware that I'm nowhere near to being successful. It's not even close, I'm not even making any money at this point. But at least it's a start. It's the beginning to a journey that is going to be amazing. And if you would tell me at the beginning of 2020 that I would have 1.6k subscribers at the end of 2020, I would say that you're crazy. Now, number 2, the future. Yeah, the future. It's scary. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, hopefully I won't have a job anymore and I can do YouTube full time. Because the job that I have now, working in a warehouse, it sucks balls. It's freezing in there. It's winter now, so it's so cold. In the summer it's kind of fun because it's hot, but now it's freezing and I absolutely hate it. And I hope to have in 5 years at least 250k subscribers. Now the problem is that realistic? I don't know actually. I guess we'll find out. And about my parents, my mother is actually really proud that I'm doing this and that I'm monetized and stuff. But my dad is not a fan at all. But I think he'll be happier once he sees some money coming from YouTube. And I mean that's typical dad stuff. They want to see money. They want to see a good future for their son. So I guess it makes sense. But I think it'll take a while once I make a good amount of money out of YouTube. So yeah, I understand him. He wants to make sure that I have a good job later and that I make a good amount of money. And now something completely different actually, and that's living in America, which is my dream, to be honest. Like right now I am in Belgium, and don't get me wrong, it's fun, I have good friends, but I don't know, it's not like, I don't really like it here that much. But America has always been a place that I want to visit one day. I've never been there. It's a place where I want to live someday. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe why not live there? If I have the chance, if I make a good amount of money out of YouTube, I can afford it. If I have my visa, why not go to America? That's the perfect place to be for a YouTuber. So why not just do it? I mean, yeah, now I'm unable to go because of the coronavirus and stuff, and I just don't have the money for it. But once I have the money, once Corona is over, why not do it, you know? Recently I've been searching up like the best states and stuff to live, and this might come as a surprise, but LA was not an option at all. Don't get me wrong, I think I would love LA if I go to LA, but I just want to visit LA. I don't want to live there. But I think that Ohio would be a fun place to live. I mean, they have Cedar Point, they have Kings Island, and as a coaster enthusiast from Europe, these parks, they have my #1 spot in my bucket list. I really want to go to these parks before I die. Like, that's my #1 bucket list since forever. And they also have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is so awesome. I mean, I am a metalhead. I love metal, I love rock and roll, I love guitars, I love drums, and I think I really want to visit that place once in my life. So I think that Ohio would be the perfect place to live. Now, what happened during 2020? No, that's a difficult one. So, of course, this part might be a bit boring unless you're interested in my life. So when I got out of high school, I had no idea what to do, what to study. So I just picked what my friend picked, and I'm so glad I did that. And that was back in 2018. So my first year of college was probably the best year that I've ever had in my life. Our friend group was insane, and the connection was there on day one until the last day, where we all picked our different paths and decided to study something else. Now in September in 2019, I decided to study to become an English/history teacher, and that was probably the best/worst decision that I've ever made. Now it's the worst decision because I had no friends there. I felt lonely, was depressed, and that went on from September 2019 until March 2020 when the lockdown started. Then I was so happy that I didn't have to go to school anymore. I could just stay home with my friends and family and just focus on YouTube, making videos and making live streams. And it was also the best decision because during that period of time I realized that school was nothing for me and that YouTube is what I want to do for the rest of my career. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you'll understand my perspective of why 2020 was one of the best years of my life. And I'll see you guys later and subscribe for more. Peace out.